I killed your mom.
My body was poisoned by the love flower, but I could not die after it expired. Perhaps it was just as the Tianzhu divine monk said. After inhaling the poison of the Bingso silver needle, I used poison to fight the poison, but my life was delayed. Who knows that God's will is here to trick people? I have broken my arm at this moment. Am I going to die if I don't repay my aunt? For losing this revenge, Yang swears not to be kind. To others, the enemy's stratagem. Brother Diao, you are really a natural god. I admire you for understanding what I am saying. You asked me how I hurt my hand. It's a long story, and I won't mention it. What is that in your mouth? Is it snake gall? It smells so fishy. Let me eat it. Okay. You may be the last friend I make before I die. I listen. You're Eagle brother, do you know that this snake gallbladder is real? How did I get here? Could it be that the Eagle brother just carried me over? Brother Eagle. These fruits are for me to eat. Isn't it painful? I know. Brother Eagle, you, the snake gallbladder you gave me just now, were used to help me with my exercises and heal my injuries. No wonder when I woke up, I felt that my blood flow was much smoother. Thank you. There are stone tables and stone benches here. Could anyone have lived? There, I have been in the rivers and lakes for more than 30 years. I have killed all the enemies and defeated all the heroes in the world. Am invincible. I have no choice but to live in seclusion. In the mountains and forests, the eagle calls for a friend and seeks a rival in his life without being embarrassed. Is possible that the sword demon Dugu Chobe is living in seclusion. Here, I don't know where his old man is now. I have no idea why. Brother Diao, Dugu Chibe, since I am your friend, then after all, I Yangua am just your junior. I want Dugu Chobe back then. Even if his old man died in the mountains, you would still have to bury him. But as for Yangua, even if he died in the busy city, no one would care about him. Help. Brother Diao, why did you bring me here? You won't let me jump. Although I am disabled now, and I am poisoned, I don't want to die. I still want to die. I have a great vengeance yet to be avenged. You actually asked me to commit suicide. You said there was something at the foot of the mountain. I am now just one hand. You let me climb down like this. You think too highly of me, don't you? Brother Diao, as a man, how can I let you look down on me? Don't worry, I will do my best. I know you are good to me. Don't hit me. Brother Diao, if you hadn't forced me to beat me to death, I wouldn't have dared to do it. Come on. The sword. Demon Dugu of the sword family is invincible in the world, so he buries his sword here and calls out to all the heroes to restrain his hands and wield his sword. Isn't it sad that this senior is proud of being alone in the world and has many similarities with my temperament? How can I reach the point where I can fight against all the invincible opponents in the world? Now I only have one arm. Even if I don't die for a while, he is just an ordinary martial artist. No matter how heroic this old man was during his lifetime, just by looking at the swordsman, you can tell that his aura is overwhelming. He must have ambitions and be very versatile in both civil and military affairs. It is a pity that I was born late, did not have the chance to meet this old man. It is a pity that I cannot. He is as listening as in those days. You must understand the language of birds and beasts. Otherwise, I can learn about the heroic deeds of this old man from your brother Diao. Yes. Dugu Chobe, who possesses peerless martial arts, must have left any sword manuals or sword scriptures hidden there. This is the right place. Is this called the Gen family? Is there a treasure down there that is so fierce and strong that it is indestructible? Before the weak crown, I used it to compete with the heroes of Hashua. It is a good sword. No wonder Senior Dugu can defeat the heroes with this sword skill. The Ziwei soft sword was used before he was 30 years old. He accidentally injured a righteous man and was unlucky. He regretted it and abandoned it in the deep valley. So there is one less sword here. The heavy sword has no edge. The Chao Bugong, who was 40 years old and held it all over the world, is so important. Mr. Guan, the Qinglong Yenyue sword is nothing more than that, isn't it? Brother Diao, this sword weighs at least 70 or 80 kilograms. And you see, there are no blades on both sides. How can it be used to kill enemies? The swordsmanship of all the sects are all based on lightness. If I'll fight with this sword of predecessor, it is really too not dominant. It's easy to suffer losses. This is a wooden sword. After the age of 40, you will no longer be stale with things. Plants, trees, bamboos, and rocks can be used as swords. From then on, you will refine and gradually reach the point where no sword is better than a sword. Senior Dugu's martial arts is really at its peak. How can a nobody like me follow him? It's really heavy. Brother Diao, you want me to use this ape? Brother Zhou Diao, you want me to use it? Eat snake gallbladder. Since we are now close friends, how can I refuse your kind offer? snake gallbladder you gave me is really magical. After I ate it, the acupuncture points in my body that are usually difficult for my breath to reach became unobstructed. Every time the poison, it becomes lighter and lighter. You are like this, I really don't know how to repay you. You blame me so much that you are so unworldly. How can you be a person who shows kindness and expects repayment? Ayangwa made a mistake. In fact, Ayangwa have never had any friends. In my life, I didn't expect that I would be able to repay you after being treated so cruelly. When I met Brother Diao, you are a good friend and confidant. It is really God's blessing. To me, you are not thin. Brother Diao, you are not trying to compete with me. I am a nobody. You are a senior. I am definitely not your match. Since you are so elegant, Ayangwa will accompany you to the end. This sword is too heavy. What is the Chuanjian swordsmanship? You can't use Jade Girl's swordsmanship. At all. Brother Jiao, you are born with divine power. Of course, I am no longer your opponent. You can't treat me as Senior Dugu, right? Yangwa, why have you become so useless? Brother I Condor has been accompanying. It pounced and retreated. There were faintly visible martial arts experts. Of them, Senior Dugu was living alone in the deserted valley. When he was bored, he took it as his opponent. The bones of Senior Dugu, who had made moves, already rotten. His peerless martial arts skills were gone. But perhaps we can still find this from Brother Diao. The legacy of these senior masters is quite impressive. Can also be called a martial arts master. Now, Brother Diao, regardless of his status, comes to teach you how to practice swordsmanship. Instead, you are timid. Are you worthy of Brother Diao's kindness? Brother Jiao, let's continue to practice. Swordsmanship. Brother Diao, you have been practicing for many days. Now the black iron heavy sword in my hand is becoming more and more convenient. Senior Dugu wrote on the stone wall. Heavy sword depends on not sharp. Heavy sword, no edge, great skill, no workmanship. Really advanced. The more mediocre the swordsmanship, the harder it is for opponents to resist. That's right. Without the foundation laid by practicing in the ancient tomb, even if you have an adventure today, you will never be able to achieve it. Brother Diao can't speak. In this situation, he is just born with divine power. He has been following Dugu Chufei for a long time, and he often fights with him. I remember a few things. It's just a method of advancing, retreating, and attacking, but I still have to thank my aunt a lot. But aunt, where are you? Let's continue to practice swords. Brother Condor is also a snake gallbladder. Brother Condor, you help me get snake gallbladder every day. It's too hard. Why don't you come too? A good one. Then I'm welcome. The snake bodies of these snakes were injured by sharp claws. It seems that it was done by Brother Diao. But the appearance of these snakes is also different. It's so strange. Brother Diao, you must have eaten too much of the bile of these strange snakes, so you have become so strong. Seems that I have to eat more, so that I can be worthy of this dark iron heavy sword in my hand. Brother Diao, it's raining so heavily outside, and you still want me to practice martial arts. Is there anything strange happening? Brother Diao, please bring me here. Brother Diao, you want me to practice my sword up here. Turns out that Dugu Chubai used to go to this mountain torrent to practice swordsmanship whenever it rained heavily. I would improve so much after practicing sword fighting in the waterfall for half a day. I think it's because the gallbladder of the strange snake has on strengthening muscles and bones. Have are the miraculous effect before I knew it, my internal strength had already greatly increased, was born at this critical moment, and is so powerful. Brother Diao, you are truly my good friend. You have been forcing me to practice, and I have never been able to relax. Brother Diao, I didn't expect it. I finally mastered. Although I understood the principles of swordsmanship, it was boring. What's the use of guarding the barren mountain? I still have the poison of love in my body now. If it suddenly breaks out one day, I will die at any time. Isn't such exquisite swordsmanship useless again? Besides, I must see my aunt before I die. Although I have martial arts, it's taller than it, but it's quite strong, and I'm afraid it'll be difficult to struggle with it. I have no choice but to hide for a while. I'm sorry, brother. I've taken over your territory. I'll leave in a moment. Don't. touch. Gone Dower. Don't chase him, you see. He has written clearly on it. Good days, with He Xiang and Huang Ran are there. A woman cheated on him. And he still feels no regrets. A woman who cheated on him is still like this. My aunt, she is so good to me. How can I bear to leave her? To tell you the truth, the days when I was with my aunt were the happiest in my life. Brother, I didn't expect you to have a jar of fine wine hidden here. It's not enough of a friend. It's really good. Wine. I know. Brother Diao, you are doing it for my own good. You want me to be there in the shortest possible time. I learned the martial arts of Senior Dugu in a short period of time. I was afraid that I would drink and have sex, but everything in the world will be scattered. You helped me. When I was in the most difficult time, saved me, and taught me martial arts. I really can't bear to let you go. Brother Diao, you can be considered mine. We are good friends and confidants. Today we will drink it all. Have a good drink. Brother, can't repay my great kindness and virtue in this life, but I still have a few grievances in the world. Let's say goodbye for now. See you later. I can borrow this black iron épée for a few times until I see my aunt to avenge my broken arm. After the revenge, I will come back sooner or later. Take care.
Xiaolong knew. We are outnumbered today. I'm afraid you. LL come and arrange a formation for me. Her swordsmanship seems to be faster than in the Heartless Valley. She is so good at wielding two swords by herself. If I have the chance, I'll learn from them. They don't care about us now. Let's untie the rope and go kill them. Zhao Xijing, this thief. Okay. Too shameless to come over and help. 3 martial arts circles the great master. Besieging a little girl is really laughable. I'm a stupid big guy. I am helping outsiders to speak. I'll make you look good. Hurry up and untie everyone's ropes. Let's rush out to kill the enemy together. As expected, this monk is still superior. He can actually compete with Xiaolong Nu. It's a tie. The smelly monk is injured, can't you see? I think we should go together. If the great monk dies in her hands, will we be spared? You're right. We shouldn't make a loss-making business. Rush, rush. Tao Sheng, one life, two Tao methods. Naturally, this trick of 7 stars gathering has finally been combined.
9 out of 5 people can finally make up for the lack of moves.
It's true that, in the future, even if we don't have outstanding figures, our disciples can work together to protect themselves. Unfortunately, time is too short and we can only practice this move to 30 to 40% of the firepower. It's all thanks to the protection of the Chongyang Patriarch. Although the firepower is insufficient, our combined strength can destroy us. Come out of the hole. Okay, who took advantage of us to seal the entrance of the cave while we were practicing in seclusion?
Such despicable behavior.
Is shameless in the martial arts. The master is a Mongolian. Qiu Lao Dao. I haven't seen you for a long time. I have no other words. Pindao once said that I will find you to settle this account within 10 years. Today you came just in time. I'll take it as soon as I've just finished practicing the 7 stars gathering. Come and give it a try. I never thought there could be such a superb swordsmanship in the world. It turns out that the ancient tomb sex martial arts are exquisite. If C wanted to defeat her, there would be no hope for the rest of his life.
Today, I am afraid that I will die in the Chongyang Palace. What's the pity if I die? It's just before I die. I always hope to see my son again. Queer. I'm not dreaming, right?
I'm holding you now. Does it hurt?
I thought I would never see you again. Guer, I'm so cold. Hold me tight. Guer, where is your hand? Why is your hand gone?
It's okay.
Why is my hand missing?
It's okay. It's okay. It's cut off.
But who is it? Who is so cruel? Who cut off your hand?
Don't care about me anymore. You are very weak now. Don't talk. Close your eyes. Don't get angry. I'm here to help you with your exercises and heal your injuries. You?
The smelly monk? Just watch the moves.
Just now, Master Jinlong claimed that Xiang was not recommended by him. Judging from the current situation, he will have to be patient. Xianger may not be the one who pushed him down. You should stay here. Prince Duan has already taken action. If you go up again, you will lose your status as Prince Duan.
I asked Gower to help the smelly.
Monk, I won't talk to you today. What are the rules of the world? There must be a 2-on. 1 fight, waiting.
For my father. Damn it, mother. They want to burn Xianger to death. This smelly monk is too despicable.
Xianger, don't be afraid. Dad and Mom will definitely find a way to save you. Guadashia wants the poor monk to let go of his daughter, but it's not difficult. Then let's see. If you have the courage and guts. If you have anything to say, just say it to Guijing. If you, as a father, still have a loving heart, please come over and capture the poor monk without any help. Let go of your daughter immediately.
Don't want it. Xianger is in such a fun world, but I'm about to die. I don't know where my elder brother is now when he comes back from the bottom of the valley. I don't have a big brother.
To live with.
There's also Miss Long. Brother, please come and save me. It's me.
I promised to bring long air to see you. Why? Can I kill you?
Yangwa hasn't seen your skills improve in 16 years, but I didn't expect that your skills
Are so good. Have never seen them among my opponents in my life.
So I said you can't beat my big brother. You are too shameless. Big brother taught him a lesson. I
Have enough power to practice in the tide. Fighting against the raging wave. 16 years ago, he was no longer my opponent. Why was it that I could barely resist his attack today? What?
was the reason? The Mongols were already in disarray. We rushed to snatch Salmer back and opened the city gate. Shoot the arrow. Hurry up, shoot the arrow.
Brother, be careful.
Queer.
Brother, please don't worry about me.
Anymore. Yonghua, today is your day of death.
Long air. It turns out that after I meet you again, I will never be in ecstasy again. This palm technique will no longer work. Even my life will be lost on the stage. Long air. Farewell. Please take care of yourself.
Master. You promised me you would never kill me again. Have you forgotten me?
Salmer. Can you call me?
Master again? Yonghua.
Caught. Her.
Master.
Queer.
Longer.
Sionger. Mom. Sionger. 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 Sionger.
Sionger.
Is not hurt.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Take them. Kill them all without leaving.
Any further ado, let's go and kill the Mongols quickly. Go.
Away.
Brother Young, save my husband. Brother.
Yelu is my brother. How can I not save
Him? Do I really hate him? Why does he never pay attention to me? As long as he is willing to follow me a little, I will die for him willingly. Why am I always like this? Hate him for no reason. Just because I secretly thought he misses him, but he doesn't take me to heart at all.
Brother Young, thank you for saving me.
When he rushed into the enemy camp to save Brother Chi, who was I worried about more? I really can't tell. He gave his second sister 3 copies on her birthday. Why do I hate him so much? For exposing Hudo's conspiracy? The trick made Brother Chi become the leader of the writing gang. Why am I secretly angry with Guafu? Guafu, are you jealous of your own sister? I am a married woman, and Brother Chi treats me so lovingly. Why do I still care about this? Brother Chi. Brother Young. I can't help you in this life, but you are so kind and righteous within divine spirit.
the past things about? Just forget it. Hope you won't hate me again in the future. Yelu captures the thieves first. Capture the king together and kill them together.
No matter how good the con is.
Brother Diao and
Brother Yang will take over. Shoot the gun and retreat quickly.
Let me tell you your first wish first. I want you to take off your mask and let me see your face.
Yang Wu was stunned. The 3 golden needles he gave to Guoxiang are things that everyone in the world wants but cannot get. I didn't expect this girl to be so careless.
with you. What I'm holding now, even if you ask me to do the most difficult thing in the world, I will go through fire and water. Don't you think it's a pity that you used one so
Just
hastily?
looked at Guoxiang and said with a serious face, if I haven't even seen your face, what will happen? How can it be considered after meeting the Condor hero? He immediately felt that the little Guanong in front was 1,000 times better than her sister. His favorable impression doubled when he saw Yang Guo slowly taking off the mask on his face. Guoxiang originally thought that Yang Guo was wearing the mask because he was ugly and did not dare to show true face people. Never thought that the face under the mask would be clear of tumors, with sword-shaped brows on the temples and phoenix eyes. Although it was a little pale and looked haggard, it had captured all the spring flowers and autumn moon. The charm has
I
fascinated
didn't
thousands of
expect
generations.
you to be so handsome.
Yang Guo saw Guoxiang and didn't speak for a long time. Just say it was his appearance that frightened the girl, but he didn't notice that her face was red, her eyes were shy, and she unintentionally suffered a lot. Years later, the man named Zhang Junbao.
Then I'll tell you my second wish.
Yang Guo originally wanted to stop him, worrying that Guoxiang was still childish. Some it's too late to talk like a child.
On my birthday, September 24th this year, you come to Xiangyang to accompany me and talk to me.
That's it. I promise you. But my premise is that I won't see your sister or your parents.
Of course it's up to you.
Just watching Guoxiang pick up the third golden needle, Yang Guo thought to himself that he would never make a promise to a girl easily. She doesn't know the importance of the baby, and it is nothing more than trivial.
I can't think of the third wish now. I won't tell you until later.
After that, Guoxiang ran out of the house. Yang was heart and sigh. In a flash, it has been 16 years, and the deadline for her and Xiaolong Nu's appointment is coming soon. She doesn't know whether she is excited or nervous. Guofu takes Guoxiang and Guopolu all the way back to Shenzhen. She is worried that Guoxiang has really seen Yang Guo and tries to ask, but she doesn't want Guoxiang to say anything. This matter is extremely confidential. And you are against General Li Jun.
Don't you like the Condor hero very much? Why are you so nervous about him? Do you want to meet him too? What's so great about the Condor hero? I'm not interested in meeting that kind of person.
Guofu, though married to a wife, but the past with Yang Guo is still a sting that cannot be erased. Seeing Guoxiang scolding her without restraint, she went to Guojing to file a complaint against her.
She went out with an unknown person in Fanglingdu for 2 days and 2 nights and never came back.
The stupid Guojing listened. Guofu is one-sided. When I learned that the person I was befriending was Guoxiang, he was even more angry and started making nonsense. Is this someone you can befriend at such a young age? Go back to your room, and I will punish you before the heroes' conference. Guoxiang is not allowed to step out of the door even half a step. I felt aggrieved, and wondered why my father had such a bad attitude towards me, but tolerated everything towards Guofu. I held the golden needle in my hand and looked like an infamaniac. I thought to myself that my elder brother was the best to me. At this time, I saw a person coming out of the window, who was the current leader of the riding gang. Liu Youjia comforted
Uncle Guoxiang with fine wines and delicacies. If you came to drink with me every day, and my mother made side dishes to keep me locked up for the past few days, I wouldn't be afraid of being bored. We can't go home until we get drunk tonight.
As long as our Xiaomer is happy, Uncle Lu will accompany you every day from now on, but things go against his wishes. The next day, Liu Youjia received a secret letter claiming that the Mongolian army would march to Xiangyang on a certain day and invited the leader of the Lu gang to destroy the temple for discussion. No one was seen. Just as Liu Youjia realized that something was wrong, look, a cloaked man came out of the door, holding a metal folding fan. Liu Youjia recognized this person at a glance as Huidu. As soon as you finished speaking, you saw Guoxiang crying in the hall.
Get up and look at me, Uncle Lu. Don't want to die.
Lu. The legs were already dead at the hands of Huidu. I wrote to help everyone search Xiangyang City, but there was no sign of Huidu. Guoxiang felt uncomfortable in her heart as she paid homage to Liu Youjia alone in the ruined temple.
Tonight is the night when your soul returns. You must remember to come back and see me for the last time.
She saw the door being closed. Is it
words.
Really you who bumped into
Uncle Lu?
Fortunately, it was Guo who came in. Guo Fu angrily scolded Guoxiang for being unreasonable and dared to come out alone in a crisis-ridden situation. Unexpectedly, before she finished another sound came from outside the house. 2 little girls.
Nemo Xing.
Miss Guo really has good eyesight. I admire Miss Guo Air, a cave in the West Mountain where ghosts serve the gods. Xiaoji came specially to Miss Guo Air today. Happy birthday. This is Yang Guo's second birthday gift to Guoxiang. Just looking at these cave ghosts in the Western Mountains, each carrying a square wooden box. Guoxiang was so scared that he thought it was bloody.
And bloody. Then I didn't dare.
At the big-headed ghost next to him. Miss Guo Air, just let it go. For my heart is gorgeous and dazzling. I hope you will be happy. Just look at this wooden box. As soon as the cannon shot up into the sky, it exploded and scattered. In midair, I saw the sky full of rain and silver light. I just looked at the words written in the air. Congratulations to Miss Guo Air. Only sighed that it was because he missed Yang Guo's life that the fireworks made 16 the age-old Guoxiang has never come out of this youthful scene. But this is probably the most beautiful scenery in her life. I am afraid that Yang Guo himself did not expect that his move would inadvertently cause 2 sects to bloom brilliantly. Fireworks bloomed in a flash, and suddenly there was a loud sound. Fire tree silver flower, it never sleeps, but I see meteors transmitting one after another. I look at the direction of the bolide, hundreds of miles away, which is actually Nanyang. I see fire raining from the sky. The Nanyang Mongolian camp is instantly surrounded by a sea of fire.
The Nanyang fire
is the second message given by the Condor hero to Miss Guo Air. 2 small gifts. Burned the Mongolian army. 20 Guojing was overjoyed that he had attacked Nanyang several times, but all failed. Now Yang Guo was just using the name of birthday wishes to allow the Mongolian army to lose troops. Was indeed very satisfying. But Guojing hurriedly stepped onto the hero stage and dared to ask all the heroes who took action if they could escape unharmed. Do you want us to respond? Guojing is a great hero who doesn't care about the results of the battle and pays attention to the safety of the country. He is truly benevolent and righteous. When he learned about Yang Xiaobao's arrangement, after receiving the response, he relaxed and annihilated the enemy's vanguard. Of course, destroying the grain. Grass and gunpowder they had hoarded in Nanyang for many years was an even Everyone is still immersed in the joy of Yang Guo's great military achievements. But Huang Rong next to her is worried that Yang Guo's achievements are too great to lead.
All the heroes, please invite us first. Today, the Mongolian army has been defeated twice in a row. We are very happy. Of course, there is another happy thing. The extra joy is that the writing gang has elected a new gang leader.
As expected, Huang Rong is still protecting Guofu at all times. Yaluki sighs in his heart that it is finally my turn. Everyone in the audience immediately shouted loudly for the new gang leader. The new gang leader. Guofu smiled and finally became the gang leader's wife. But luckily, she couldn't follow this old horse's wish. Wait, only one person in the audience raised his hand to stop. This person. It turned out to be Master Shao walking up to the stage. Uncle Yalu's father is in Mongolia. Your brother, who was the prime minister, also held a high position. How could Uncle Yalu become the leader of this gang today when he is under such heavy suspicion? As soon as this statement came out, there was a lot of discussion. This is not my orthodox person. Ma can rule my gang. But when Yalu Chi Immediately quibbled, he said, the Mongolian queen, Xiaoko, and the Mongolian tyrant really had a sworn hatred after their father died. How can I explain it to you? Yes, everything you said is correct, but I wrote that the gang leader will take turns and ask for the dog beating stick as a heritage token. Secondly, the former Lu gang leader has not avenged his great vengeance, and his bones are still cold. These two major things have not been completed. You will become our gang. The gang leader was a little too impatient, right? Yaluki was speechless for a moment. Fortunately, Elder Liang came to the rescue. What you say makes sense, but I wrote that there are hundreds of thousands of gangs spread all over the world. They cannot be led by anyone, and they can't find a stick to kill them. It's not just easy to do. But someone must be in charge. But it doesn't matter who the teacher is. In my opinion, who can do it? Whoever can take back the dog beating stick. And kill Huidu, the dog thief, to avenge gang leader Lu. We will regard him as the master. If Huidu suddenly comes here, and his kung fu is better than Yalu's, then shouldn't we have to regard him as our master? It's
nonsense. How can Huido's martial arts compare to him?
I don't think Yaluchi's position as leader of the gang has not yet been secured. The wife of the leader of the gang has fallen behind. Right first, let alone he showed off his authority. If Uncle Yalu has not become the leader of our gang, even if he has become the leader of our gang, the wife of the gang leader should not rebuke the disciples of our gang in public like this. These words directly exposed Guofu's little thoughts, and she no longer tolerated.
Chi. Elder brother, you should teach this bold madman a lesson.
Poor monk likes you.
You are a bad guy. You killed my friend. Today, I will send you to the western
heaven. How much does Dharma King Jinlun like Guoxiang? Seeing that Guoxiang gave the perfect opportunity but couldn't make kind-hearted Jinlun, a bald donkey, women with weak intestines. Most important of all, he thinks of the few useless disciples he has taken in. Although the eldest disciple is a martial arts prodigy, his second brother, Dalba, died from a cold. Yangwu then drove him back to Huidu, a small school on the edge of Sichuan. Thought that he has either learned martial arts, the great dragon elephant Borogong, but he suffered a lot and had no inheritance. Seeing that Guoxiang was talented and intelligent, he wanted to recruit a disciple. Immediately asked Guoxiang, do you think I am awesome?
The great monk's ability is really not small. It's a pity. Not good.
What's a good thing? If you envy my martial arts, just worship me as your teacher. I will teach you all my martial arts.
Skills. What's the use of learning the martial arts of a monk like you? I don't want to be.
Guoxiang really hit the mark. Although not the little nun. Happened to Jinlun, who was the nun's head, saw Guoxiang's expression of disdain, and continued to lie, saying that Bao Bao's martial arts was so wonderful and interesting.
That he killed the big-headed ghost and the long-bearded ghost. They had no grievances against you. How could you do this murderous act?
The golden will meet Guoxiang. I'm angry because of this. But I'm not angry. I just say that people in the world are not as good as others and can only be stabbed. You little girl is really too ignorant. Let me tell you, famous teachers like me are hard to find in the world. I paid 300. I didn't agree to be his master. Until now. Now I want to be your master. It's your blessing.
Shame, shame, shame.
Guoxiang mocked Jinlun for having such a good life and being shameless. Have you ever heard of your two apprentices being raped by my elder brother? And you were 16 years ago. I was also my eldest brother's subordinate who was defeated. When I said this, I opened up the pain of the golden wheel. I wanted to go back to the Jianhu for 16 years and practice the dragon elephant Borokong just to find Yangwu today and wash away my hatred.
The monk loved to brag and boast to the world. Invincible Hand saw Yangwu coming from the east, rubbing oil on his feet and heading west. Although I don't know where he is now. In more than 2 months, he will go to the Valley of Desolation to meet him. The meeting of Xiaolongnu's wife, Yangwu, has already made your heart beat with fear. Plus, there is another Xiaolongnu, and you will be overjoyed.
About the golden wheel, I am familiar with the location of the Heartless Valley. Just follow me obediently. When I defeat your big brother, you will accept me as
your martial arts teacher. If you are so powerful, then I won't ask you to become my teacher.
Guoxiangjing is worried about where the Jiuqing Valley is.
When you meet Big Brother, then you will receive
the gold. Jinlun took Guoxiangqian back to his residence. He was so pampered along the way.
I ask you, why are you so kind to me? On the way? I
just looked at the fatherly smile on Jinlun's face. I am a monk and have no children. You are about to become my disciple, and I should treat you well.
Do you really want to be my master?
Guoxiang thought to herself that although this great monk is a bad person, his skills are not the same. To distinguish bad and good, why don't you agree to this matter first, so that you can find a chance to escape in the future?
If I ask you to be my teacher, you have to agree to a condition.
From
now on, you are not allowed to kill people casually.
The golden wheel turns and I think about not killing people. It's hard. Agree to Guoxiang right away.
Okay, great. Then I will worship you as my master now.
Guoxiang knelt down and faced the golden wheel to perform the apprenticeship ceremony. Jinlun is such a joy. Guoxiang practices martial arts next to Jinlun every day. Luan sees that Guoxiang has made great progress in his kung fu in just a few days. The girl is even more delighted when she thinks that her great apprentice actually caught a cold. From now on, you must be careful not to get even a little bit of wind chill. Guoxiang is not as arrogant towards Jinlun as before.
Master, you are so kind to me.
If the great monk and father are not enemies, it is not impossible to become a disciple. I have no enmity with your parents. It is a pity that we are each our masters. If not in the war, I might become your father and mother's friend. Cha looked at Jinlun and said, the conflict between the two countries is not something we can control. Your father and I can control each other. Although Myers has his own dragon subduing palm and mother's dog beating stick skills. As for your eldest brother Yangwu, who is your master, that you will never beat him to death next time you meet. But Guoxiang retorted that you will definitely beat him. Master not defeat him? It was because he was afraid of your sadness that he spared his life.
Master, you have really changed. Disciple, thank you here.
Hello, a master and a disciple. Seeing such a golden wheel, he spoke earnestly and reminded me that it's useless for you to love Yangwu so much. Once he finds Xiaolongnu, they will live happily together. It's not your fault if Yangwu can't find Xiaolongnu. He will definitely be violent. Jianziwu still doesn't have your share, Guoxiang, although he knows it in his heart. How can he see Yanggua and have misled me all his life? But the miserable man looked at the golden wheel and said, I have a way to help you get rid of your troubles. He just looked at the golden wheel and Guoxiang kneeled in front of the statue of Padmasambhava. He held the sword of wisdom in his right hand to cut off the troubles of the world. He held a lotus in his left hand and his heart felt like still water. But Guoxiang was at this moment. Where can I listen to the wonderful Zen 16 years old is the age of youth. If tenderness cannot be retained, it is better to leave worries in the human
heart. My worries are gone. I like to have a big brother in my heart. If Mr. Nyang, I learned the martial arts from my master and lived outside the Chuanjin Taoist temple. I called myself the Dragon Girl. Little Yanggua was bullied by his master in the Chuanjin sect and fled to my house. I took him in, teach him martial arts, and he will gradually get better with me. When he meets Xiao Longnu again, he can at most give her a golden needle and say, little sister, you are very cute. I like you very much. But my heart already belongs to the great Dragon Girl. Please don't blame the Condor heroes at
Fengling Ferry. When they first met Yanggua at Fengling Ferry, the little dragon girl stayed on the Broken Heart Cliff for 16 years. When they met, Yanggua knew that these were just Xiao Longnu's words to comfort him. He wanted to jump down to the Valley of Desolation and die, but Huang Rong insisted that the matter was true, and moved out. The goddess of the South China Sea has great supernatural powers.
I think the goddess, who is as beautiful as Miss Long, would have loved to take her as her disciple and brought her to the South China Sea.
If little dragon girl comes back in 16 years and sees you dead, I'm afraid she will never do it. Although Yanggua had doubts about surviving, he did not dare to take the risk of returning to the swordsman's house to spend time with the big eagle. Looking back on the first half of his life, a black iron heavy sword was already rare. Seeing Dugu Qiufei's wooden sword on the stone wall, thinking about Dugu Qiufei. After 40 years old, grass, wood, bamboo, and stone, he has entered the realm where no sword can win with a sword. I think that 16 years is too long, so it is better to hone the state of mind and cultivate this sword.
Weighs 80 kilograms. There are only 2 ways to defeat a heavy wooden sword with a light one. One is to be strong in swordsmanship and use fast to defeat a slow. The other is to have abundant internal extremely strong.
Suddenly, a flash of light flashed in Yanggua's heart. The sword wind blew across the sky and swept the fallen leaves. The sword energy struck a person with a desolate and solemn feeling. The sky and tree branches with, but it seemed as if the sword had been taken out of its box. With a long roar, it soared into the sky. The tree branches also turned into a flying streak. Use the sword to prove that the Taoist sword combined to achieve great success. The powerful sword energy shook the valley. I don't know how many years have passed. Who else in the world has such swordsmanship? Now there is still time to go. Before the 16-year agreement, Yanggua decided to take the divine eagle to eliminate evil and promote good and fight injustice. One person and one eagle performed chivalry and justice. People in the rivers and lakes called the divine eagle hero. The sky was filled with snow and wind. Only a woman and a group of people were seen. The elders were drinking and chatting happily. This person was Xiao Guoxiang. Everyone was chatting about the Mongolian army oppressing the people. Fortunately, there were Guojing and his wife in the Song dynasty. Guoxiang, who was guarding Xiaolong City, got excited when he heard this and shouted loudly.
Friends from all walks of life will be happy to drink tonight. All the wine and meat here will be treated by me.
Everyone praised the little girl for her heroic spirit.
Money is a rare thing outside the body. Do you want to show your face today?
Look at Ilan at this time. Isn't it Miss Guo that the woman in clothes came to stop her? Miss Guo's temper has remained the same for the past 16 years. It's very important.
When I return to Xiangyang City, I must tell my father about this matter. As the saying goes, all brothers in the world are willing to share wealth if father knows about it.
He will never blame me. Even Guo, the eldest lady, also had no choice but to come. Why not just listen to the bragging of the big guys and just watch what one man said? Except Guo? There is another hero, Jinghua, who acted like a hero and decapitated a city guard sergeant who sold his ancestors for glory and hung his head several feet in the air.
Who is this hero and what does he look like?
But I heard that this man is a man. She didn't know his last name, but she only knew that this hero only had one arm and that he always walked with a big bird. Guofu was shocked. Could it be that Yanggua is back? His eyes are full of fear.
It seems that the Condor hero is really a very affectionate person. He has always been a weirdo since he was a child. Have you also seen the Condor hero? What's good about him? What is that? It's not just me. You've also seen him and hugged you.
Although Miss Guo spoke with disdain, she just wanted to pull Guoxiang back to get some fresh air. When I saw that Guoxiang was also extremely stubborn and did not want to see the Condor hero. At this moment, I saw a man in green robe teleporting over. It is not difficult for the little girl to see the Condor hero. I will take you to see him tonight.
Ah, uncle, thank you so much. I will always remember your kindness.
Guofu was about to stop her, but she saw the man in green robe was very quick and grabbed Guoxiang and headed towards the house. And before she could see her figure clearly, the man in green robe took Guoxiang to a pavilion. Today, all of us are here. Let's discuss how to deal with the Condor hero tonight. No matter what, we can't harm our Yushan people. Why did Guoxiang become a monk and found the Amei sect? Apart from Yanggua, Jinlu and Dharma King, at least half of the credit is due to him. Guoxiang looked around for Yanggua, but was accidentally targeted by Jinlu and Dharma King. Jinlu wanted to hold Guoxiang hostage, so why worry about Guojing not surrendering? She is Guojing's daughter. It was God's help. So I took advantage of Jinlu while Guoxiang was looking for a way in the woods. When he approached Guoxiang from Shantao, he said he was a traveling monk. Seeing his kind-faced and kind-hearted eyes, he put aside his grudge and asked him if he had ever seen a man with a broken arm and a big eagle next to him. Is the person you were looking for someone whose surname is Yang or Guoxiang? I'm so happy. I didn't expect it to be so big. The monk turned out to be good friends with his eldest brother. He asked the poor monk Komolangma of Jinluan's Dharma name. Who cares about him?
Master Komolangma, do you know where my elder brother is?
Jinluan doesn't know where Yanggua is. He said casually that Yanggua is right there. I was practicing Kung Fu yesterday and I had a bragging match with him. You can go find him yourself.
There are so many valleys where I can go to find him. Please tell me.
Well, girls, I originally went north, like this. Just go find him. Guosiang was ecstatic and thought it was great to meet the noble master Everest. The two walked through the woods and headed north. At this time, the long-bearded ghost and the big-headed ghost passed by. They were shocked when they saw Guosiang actually with Jinlu and Dharma King. Miss Guayer, why are you with Jinlu and Guisher?
Not a Golden Wheel National Master. He is Master Komolema, a good friend of my father. He wants to take me to find my eldest brother.
Second miss, come here quickly. That monk is not a good man. Condor Heroes is in the south. How can he take you north? Yes. Jinluan saw the two of them. Do bad things to yourself. And don't say anything about good things. He jumped into the air, grabbed the throats of the two of them with one hand, and pushed them all the way to the long-bearded ghost, but they had no backhand power. It can be seen that the power of the dragon is like a wave of great power. In a moment, the big-headed ghost died and screamed, "Girl, run away. Don't worry about me. Smelly monk.
Hurry up. Just let this girl go. Just go and
take Jinluan." But Guosiang ignored him. He took Fanny Wing's life with his foot, and Guosiang felt pain in her heart, but her expression remained unchanged. Little girl, aren't you afraid of me?
Why am I afraid of you? If you want to kill me quickly.
Jinluan, of course I won't kill Guanong. Just for this, the general admired the tiger girl a little more. So she pulled Guosiang up and continued north. Night fell. The two of them rested in a broken pavilion. At this time, Jinluan had no other thoughts. Only thought of gifting the woman to the Mongolian Khan. He coerced Guijing to send his army south, and Jinluan was just around the corner. Just thinking about it, he phone praised Guosiang and only said that Jinluan had fallen asleep. He carefully observed it, and thought in his mind that if he didn't run now, when would he give up? Then he ran towards the forest with hands and feet, and he was still very jealous.
This evil monk woke up and found me. If I escape, we'll return to Xiangyang and chase south. I ran towards the northwest to tell him that he couldn't find me. Unexpectedly.
After running for a long time, I saw someone sitting cross-legged in front of me. Isn't this person? Turned around and ran in the opposite direction. That whole night, Xiao Guosiang was out of breath. I thought I was escaping from the clutches of the golden wheel. It happened that the ghost Jinluan was actually sitting in front of him. Guosiang was worried.
About this. Is this a magic trick?
He came to Jinluan angrily.
If you want to stop it, just stop it. Why do you want this girl to do such an unscrupulous trick?
But Jinluan didn't respond. To Guosiang who cutely punched her little fist, but saw no reaction from Jinluan. She thought that this guy was really asleep. She came behind Jinluan and imitated Huang Rong's gestures. In an instant, she clicked wildly on Jinluan's back.
I just clicked. I have opened more than a dozen acupuncture points all over your body. He couldn't move, even if he wanted to. Don't say that I took advantage of others.
Turned around and saw the huge rocks around her, and turned around to pick up a big stone.
You are a bad guy. Killed my friend. Today I will send you to the west.
The boulder was about to fall, but Guosiang hesitated. Pouting while someone is in danger is not what a gentleman does.
Even if you
are lucky this time, just use a big stone to press the golden wheel tightly.
Miss Monk, if I don't kill you today, you must know better. Don't kill innocent people indiscriminately again.
The words are strong. When you fall, you will see the golden wheel and your luck will directly produce all the boulders away. Guosiang was so angry that you had such ability. You tell me earlier that it was hard for me to move the bricks for a long time. How did she know that it was her own kind thought? That changed Jinluan's thoughts, but also saved her life in the end. I'm old. She possesses magical skills, but has no successors. 100 years later, this peerless martial arts will be lost in obscurity. Thinking of this golden wheel, I feel uncomfortable in my heart. I see Guosiang is smart, kind-hearted, and has good aptitudes that are rare in her life. At that moment, I started to accept her as my disciple. Although she is the daughter of an enemy, I think that strengthening the influence of Buddhism in the future will make her forget about the mortal world.
Why are you laughing when you look at what I am doing?
The poor monk likes you. My
daughter's name is Guosiang. For the sake of the Guo family's reputation, I'll die. For the sake of Xiangyang's daughter. Don't worry about your daughter being tricked.
Huang Rong heard in the end that the Mongolian army was invading Xiangyang. She was worried about brother Jing's safety and hurried back. When he arrived at Xiangyang City, was not very happy. When he saw Huang Rong returning with so many martial arts immediately tell everyone about the battle situation of the two armies. The Mongolian army is coming fiercely. Xiangyang City is probably in danger. Brother, don't worry. If those Mongolians dare to attack the city again, I, Zhou Badong, will be the first to leave the city. And beat them to death. Good brother. I miss my brother. Okay, brother Zhou, come down. Although Guijing knew that the old naughty boy was just comforting his heart with words. But she was very grateful to Big Brother. But when she looked around, Yang Gui and Guosiang were nowhere to be seen. Huang Rong then informed Guijing of the situation. This is what you are doing wrong. Guo's life and death are unknown. How can you leave him? Guijing always regarded Yang Gui as his own son, even if he himself Wei still couldn't let go of Yang Gui. If Master Ying hadn't persuaded him in time, he didn't know how it would have ended. If it was really because of Xiaomer, that Gui made a mistake. How could I live up to my own conscience? Guofu immediately changed the subject. Now that Jinlu and Dharma King has kidnapped Guosiang, he is probably using this to force us to surrender. Sure enough, as soon as he finished speaking, the spies came. The Mongolian envoy was outside the city asking to see him. It was obvious that the envoy's intention was to persuade Guijing to open the city and surrender. I surrender. Don't even think about it. Is this unreasonable? Do you even care about your daughter's life? I just heard Guijing say that my daughter's life is important, but the tens of thousands of people in Xiangyang City are more important. For the sake of the common people, death is not a pity. Stop talking. Watching Guijing drive away the Mongolian envoys and marching away until the next moment. See the huge Mongol army under Xiangyang City. I knew that the sky was covered with red clouds and the scenery was magnificent. Under the city, the enemy's flying cavalry could be seen faintly. In the middle of the army, sitting under the flag of the Mongolian king, was none other than Monk Khan. Guosiang was tied to the high platform. Jinlu and Dharma King shouted loudly, Master Gua, my daughter is very smart and clever. And the poor monk also likes her very much. He has accepted her as his disciple and passed on my clothes. I can't help but sweat. There is a decree that if you don't surrender, your beloved daughter will be burned to death on a high platform. The Mongolian cavalry trampled Shenyang city. Please Guadasha think twice about the golden wheel. Gu Jing knows the golden wheel. How can he ruin Shenyang for this? The people in the city are just talking. I hope that you'll be strong and brave from afar. But how can Gu Jing fall in love with him? I thought you were a highly respected person in the martial arts world, but you didn't expect that you were greedy for life. You who are afraid of death. Stop using words to provoke me, smelly monk. If you are really a hero, I, Zhou Badong, will fight with you for 300 rounds. Stop talking nonsense. Now that the two armies are fighting in front of the formation, how can they fight alone? The old naughty boy ignored the golden wheel. He hurriedly asked Huang Rong to come up with an idea, but when Huang Rong saw that her beloved daughter was in danger, where could she find such a clever plan at this moment? Jinlun turned around and started to attack Wuxian suddenly. If you don't persuade your father to surrender, I will count from 1 to 10. I'm afraid your life will be in danger.
You love to count, let alone counting from 1 to 10. Try counting to 11,000.
Xiang directly denounced Jinlun for discussing martial arts. He can't beat my father, he can't beat my grandpa, and he can't beat my eldest brother, who only knows how to bully the weak and tie me here, which is extremely shameless.
I just think you is quite pitiful. You've always treated me well. We've always treated you with the utmost respect. I should have called you master, but now that you want to burn me to death and kill my parents, I can't be polite to you, but I see you're confused. I feel so sorry that I can't help but tell you something.
Are you trying to tell me?
What?
What?
That's the point of living like you in this world? Why don't you jump off the high ground? Let's commit suicide.
Luin was so aroused by Guxiang's words that he didn't know how to reply. He already liked this girl very much. If he didn't have different stances, there would be no need to fight. But this was not the time to be soft-hearted. Jinlun couldn't be bothered to pay attention, so he turned around and threatened again. If Gu Jing doesn't surrender, he will immediately set fire to the Jinlun Imperial Master. You will be captured by me at Broken Heart Cliff, and you will knock Guxiang 18 times. You begged her hard before she let you go. Do you, an ungrateful person who is greedy for life and afraid of death, still have the honor to be the first national advisor of Mongolia? It is actually nothing to kowtow to Guxiang and beg for mercy. Huang Yaoshe originally wanted to disturb the enemy with his words, but the military spirit made Jinlun angry and angry. He immediately started counting. Jinlun paused for a while. Every time he called out a word, he just hoped that Gu Jing could not bear the torture. Even if he didn't surrender, he would be distracted. Wu Xiaomer, you sound great. The good sons and daughters of the Song dynasty sacrifice their lives generously, so do and be afraid. The sixth father and mother will save you now and will kill this demon monk later to avenge you. If your
daughter is not afraid of her death, just die. You must not worry about your daughter falling into a treacherous plot.
The great hero deserves this level. Even Jinlun was moved by the scene. At that moment, he choked on his words. He didn't know how to continue. Why didn't the Imperial Master count down the people who came to light the fire?
No.
Brother Yelu captured the thief first. Capture the king and kill him profusely, no matter how good it was.
Brother Yang took the gun and Jinlun Dharma King sat on the sea of fire. Xiao Guxiang returned safely. Everyone was about to start a fight, but they saw Yaluki trapped among thousands of troops. Thousands of troops and horses were fighting against each other in the battle formation. Alone and surrounded. No matter how good your martial arts skills are, you will still be unlucky. In danger. He blurted out,
Brother Yang, save me. My husband.
Just grab this empty sleeve. Guofu was shocked in her heart, knowing that she had no face to deal with this. At the moment, her husband's life was at stake. Yang Gu without caring about anything else. Yang Gu didn't expect that this strong-tempered woman would be like this at this moment. He couldn't bear to drag Guofu with his backhand and said, Yaluki is my brother. How could I not save him even if he died? Then he turned around and killed
him. Do I really hate him? Why? Does he never pay attention to me? As long as he is willing to obey me I will die for him willingly.
20 For the past few years, Guofu has been afraid to face her innermost feelings and always speaks harshly when she thinks about Yang Guo. In fact, the deep concern for him deep in her heart can no longer be described in words.
When he rushed into the enemy camp to rescue Brother Qi, who did I worry about more? It reminded me of
the time when Yang Guo gave his sister 3 birthday gifts and exposed Huido's conspiracy to help Yalu Qi with his writing job. Guofu, the leader of the gang, not only resentful in her heart, she sighed long and hard and saw that her husband had already fought out of the enemy's formation. Then I felt happy and hurriedly ran to hug Brother Yaluki.
Yang, I can't forgive you in this life, but you are so kind and righteous in repaying your grudges with kindness.
Don't mention the past things of my little sister. I hope you won't hate me again in the future.
At this time, I am watching the Mongolian army when Ru like a tide Yang Guo came up with a plan and asked Yaluki to capture the thieves. Capture the king first. No matter how good it was. He kicked the spear from the ground into Yang Guo's hand. He only watched Yang Guo wave his hand and threw it, but he didn't expect that the Mongolian guards had already prepared the copper wall and iron. The shield blocked the spear. Yang Guo was so frightened that he hurriedly called out to the big eagle. Then he jumped up and stepped on the back of the divine eagle. Brother Yang took the spear. The Mongol Khan didn't know that Yang Guo had such a magical thing. He quickly ordered the hundreds of archers around him to shoot Yang Guo. But he watched the divine eagle dodge left and right, stretch its wings to deflect the incoming crossbow arrows, and see the distance getting closer and closer. The Mongolian Khan sees that his momentum is not good. He hurriedly took a bow and crossbow and jumped up to the copper wall and iron shield. He drew the eagle bow with a long arrow and shot the big eagle. This profuse sweat was also brave. He had been proficient in bow and horse since he was a child. The power of an arrow resounded through the sky, but Yang Guo's eyes widened and his feet were full. With all his strength, he threw the spear away with all his strength. In front of his eyes, the spear flew like a meteor chasing the moon, slicing through the sword and crossbow of the Mongol Khan. How powerful was Yang Guo's throw? The powerful man was struck directly in the chest, killing him instantly. Since then, the king's flag has fallen, the profuse sweat has fallen, the Mongolian army's morale has been shattered, and the army has fled away, only to see the heroic hero the Condor return with a great victory. Everyone cheered for Yang Guo and praised the heroes for their great achievements. Gu Jing saw that everything was done here, so he proposed to go to Huashan to pay homage to his mentor's tomb. For just one night, I have arrived at the top of Huashan Mountain and kowtowed to Hong Qigong, Ouyang Feng, and the autumn tomb one by one. Then I heard Huang Yaoshi sigh with emotion, thinking about the time when the Eastern Evil and the Western Poison, the Southern Emperor and the Northern Emperor were equally famous for their supernatural powers. Didongxie couldn't help but feel regretful, but looked at the old naughty boy and said, "Oh, then I'm curious. Who are the martial arts masters in the world today?" "It can be called the Five Ultimates." Everyone immediately became excited and talked about Dongxie Nandi. He was originally one of the Five Ultimates, but Nandi had already become a monk. Huang Rong suggested that master rating should be changed to Nansang. Although Yang Guo was young, he had outstanding martial arts, and Ouyang Fengyi. But Yang Guo didn't know how to use poison, so Huang Rong suggested
that I give him the word crazy,
which everyone called Guojing, as Guodashia. He is also a disciple of the 7th Duke of Baimahong. I call him Beixia. Since everyone is convinced it is most suitable for this old naughty boy to be the leader of the Five Ultimates. The position of 5 Jew has been Everyone is very happy. They were going to drink wine and participate in the grand event. But they saw Yang Guo holding Xiao Longnu and saying goodbye to everyone. After all, he was 16. There are still many regrets that have not yet been completed.
Brother, when can we meet again?
If we are destined to meet again, although you no longer have the golden needle, if there is anything that needs my help in the future, I will definitely do my best.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Sister-in-law
Watched Yang Guo and Xiao Longnu flying on the divine eagle, flying away to of the living dead at the foot of Zhongnan Mountain. The Condor heroes disappeared from the world, but they saw Guoxiang's tearful eyes and lovesickness.
Knowing that it was so embarrassing at this time and this night, longer.
Where are you, Yanghua?
Unexpectedly found several artificial honeycombs at the bottom of this heartless valley. Looking at the words engraved on the wings of the bees, we can vaguely tell that it was written by Little Dragon Girl. Could it be that Little Dragon Girl is still alive? Waiting and looking around, if Xiao Longnu died, there would definitely be bones left behind, unless the bones sank to the bottom of the pool. Suddenly, she remembered that when she sank into the pool, she saw a large bright light, which was very unusual. I was afraid there was something strange. Thinking of this, she jumped up with one arm. I slid and swam toward the depths of the pool. I didn't want the buoyancy to get stronger the deeper I went, but the pressure pushed me out of my head after I tried many times.
The first time I couldn't help it, I
watched Yanghua gather his energy in his palm, gathered all his inner strength, and struck the light with his palm, and then violently rotated one arm. The powerful inner strength instantly caused a vortex to form at the bottom of the pool, and he saw that the vortex was getting bigger and bigger. Yanghua plunged in with a fierce thrust, letting his body spin with the rapids, and rushed in. Let Yanghua rush in for a while. Looking at Lu Wuxuang and others halfway up the mountain, they twisted the hemp rope and threw it at the bottom of the valley. Huang Rong told Guoxiang to take a good look at Jilin Arm King, and then went to the bottom of the valley to look for Yanghua, but there was no trace of Yanghua. He guessed that Yanghua must have jumped down. After Tanjue arrived, several old men discussed it, and decided to let Huang Rong go down to search for it. Swim in the water for a while. After all, Jinlin Dharma King is about to start trouble now. It hurts too much. Jinlin said that his whole body was itching unbearably, as if his heart was being eaten by thousands of ants. He asked Guoxiang to give her Tanzhong Point and Jade Pillow Point a few strokes.
Stop bragging. My mother said that Tanzhong Point and Yushin Point will be killed if you touch
them. Your body is itchy. Please bear with it for a while. How the master treated you along the way.
Was pretty good. But you killed the big-headed ghost and the long-bearded ghost, and killed our 2 eagles. No matter how good you treat me, I won't remember.
My love, Jinlin looks at himself as a good disciple. I still feel a little indecisive in my heart, since you also know that this is your Achilles heel. Why don't you just fulfill your wish, master? If
you want me to kill you in return, I won't do it.
If you tap these 2 acupuncture points, the master will not die. When your mother comes up, the master will kneel in front of her and beg her for forgiveness. Guoxiang meets Jinlin. At this point, I still felt pity in my heart. I waved my hand towards Jinluan's 2 weak spots, then he stood up and broke the ropes on his body. Their skills of pushing the meridians and turning the pulses and changing the acupuncture points could not stop the poor monks from leaving.
You lied to others.
Guoxiang had too little experience in the world, but now it was too late. He had to be forcibly abducted by Jinluan Dharma King. At this time, Yanghua had swam to the other end of the pond
and saw the dragon girl flower.
Yanghua was surprised and happy when he saw the fairy mist and blue just a few feet away. There was a rattan thatched hut. Yanghua immediately rushed in. He saw that the furnishings in the house were simple, but extremely clean. The arrangement of tables and chairs was exactly the same as that in the ancient tomb. He turned to look at the side and pulled a long rope in the air. Yanghua was surprised and happy, and turned around to grab the door, and looked around, and suddenly I realized there was a person standing behind me. Isn't it exactly?
Where? Is it you?
It's been 16 years. The little dragon girl that he has been thinking about for years and nights is right in front of him. It's still this familiar robe, snow-covered skin, still beautiful. A soft cry. The 2 of them hugged each other tightly. Yin Yin is light and soft. Yes, no, yes, it's so illusory. I don't know. It took a long time. The 2 reluctantly parted to talk. Only now did I know that Xiao Longnu was leaving without saying goodbye. Was originally intended to commit suicide. Who would have known that there was such a world at the bottom of the Heartless Valley? The cold climate here was similar to Xiao Longnu's practice. In addition, the poison in Xiao Longnu's body was gradually fading away from the honey and the fish in the pond. The 2 talked to each other like the 16 sitting on the rocks, leaning against each other. We were deeply grateful to the heaven for the things that had happened in the past years. Seeing that the night was already dark, it was time to do something serious. If they were divided, Guojing would be miserable here. Huang Rong and others saw that Guoxiang was beaten by Jin again, and searched around, but he heard something big.
Happened in the inn. 2 brothers, please tell me what happened in Xianyang City.
Didn't you hear that? The Mongolian army attacked Xianyang last night? There are really thousands of troops in the city, including bows, arrows, ladders, and bolides. In short, the battle was fierce, and there were countless casualties. After fighting for a day and night, the Mongols retreated.
Is the hero Guo who is guarding the city okay?
Fortunately, Da Shegui is there. He led the riding gang and various heroes to defend Xianyang City with all their might. And I also heard that Da Shegui was injured.
Brother Jing was injured.
Senior sister Rengier